Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here back with more iRacing. This time around of course we're back in the LMP2 Cup at Daytona Road. Yes, a highly underrated combination in my opinion here on iRacing. The LMP2's Daytona Road course I think just works with so many cars on the sim just due to the nature of the circuit. You know, you got half oval, half road course, always good fun. You know, the back straight chicane as well can be deadly but wonderful when you get it right as well there. But so far this season we've actually had two pretty decent races in the LMP2 Cup, so long may it continue. If you missed out on the race from Spa, I would highly recommend going back and checking out. I'm still tweaking settings and everything like that, trying to get OBS working and playing ball as best as possible at the moment. So I've added a few more sort of stream overlays to this one. You can see we've now got a radar and also sort of like a speedometer as well, obviously, so you guys can get a few extra little pieces of information. But yeah, let's get out into qualifying then here from Daytona. So as I'm sure anyone that has driven Daytona Road is well aware, the lap really starts around halfway round, of course. Once you've got to try and get a massive run out of the back straight chicane here, so we're going to just ease it in and then get ready for our first of two qualifying laps. Trying to get it slowed down for turn one as well can be rather difficult when you're trying to go full aggression here, but let's just try and get a good run out of the back straight chicane there. Take a lot of curb on the exit. We're going to obviously take the high line as well out through the final banked turn 3 and 4. And fingers crossed we can try and get a good run here as we head back up towards the start finish line. Obviously we get a nice slingshot at the final corner there, try and maintain as much momentum as possible, approaching 200 miles an hour as you get them towards the start finish line here, and then you've got to get it all slowed down for turn 1. Brake just a little bit early there. Don't want to ruin our first lap immediately. And actually chucked it in rather nicely there. We're so worried about front locking, we didn't scroll off too much speed. So that was a pretty good run through the first couple of turns. Or through the next corner. Just struggling a little bit there. There's a nice traction control kick in there. You've really got to manage it around this track. Obviously very bumpy. So the traction control does like to work overtime. And a lot of times I don't really think you need it. But such is life. Avoid front locking there and through, I think that's International Horseshoe, I want to say. Oh, again, another big amount of traction control cut in there. Oh, we run it very wide there. That's going to cost us a run right out onto the first banking, and that's rather annoying. That's going to cost us a huge amount of momentum. But still got to try and get the lap together. Of course, mistakes can happen at any point here at Daytona. So I have got to be mighty careful as we head in towards the back straight chicane once more, braking just after the 2, just before that little bollard. Try and get it hooked up over the curbs there. Oh, that might be a slowdown. That's an off track. That's rather annoying. Right, we'll abandon that first run then. And we'll go again for the second. Same strategy out the final corner. Let's hope this one can be a little bit more regimented then. We might have to go sweat mode for this. Try and get as big a run as possible.
The leader has just done a 134.93. New fastest lap for Misijewski, 134.85.
Such a difficult thing in these LMP2s, whether you want to short shift on the exits of corners to avoid the traction bog, or whether it's just worth trying to power through it there. If you get it hooked up, it's mighty fast, but lose any time, and it's so frustrating because you can't ever feel like you've lost a lot of time on the table. Anyway, back down into the chicane once more. That was much better. Nice run out of there. And then we should be able to carry the momentum all the way back up towards the start-finish line. Trying to stay as close to the apron as we dare. There we go, that's the run that we needed. Out of the final corner, back down towards the start-finish line. What's the lap time gonna be? Checkered flags out. I think it was a 1:35 something, a 1:35.6, which puts us P7 and right in the mix.
Follow car number 11 in the left lane.
Must admit, I'm a big fan of the McLaren paint scheme alongside us, who apparently isn't going at the start of this race, but fingers crossed we can just keep it clean and tidy. If we finish 7th, we lose 1 iRating, despite being the number 8 car in this split. A rather wide open SOF. This is definitely a top split race, because we've got one guy with 5.5k just in front of us, but fingers crossed, yeah, we can just keep it clean and tidy on the opening lap there. I'm sure Log wanted to try and sneak through the order as best as possible, but yeah, we'll wait and see what we can do early on. That's always reassuring to see a nice floating car ready for the start of one of these races. Probably going to start in 2nd, I think, is going to be the way forward in this one today. But yeah, we'll wait and see as to how we get on. Really, really looking forward, though, to diving back into the LMP2s. But can't help but feel Turn 1 is going to be rather scary, especially considering the guy starting right behind me said this is the first time he's driven these cars. So that was reassuring. But getting ready to go green then, here from Daytona. Let's just concentrate off the start.
Get ready.
Trying to get as good a view as possible. There we go. Green flags. Seems everyone behind us didn't respond too well, so we'll tuck into some slipstream from the McLaren. I'm going to call him a McLaren, even though he definitely isn't, but nice and easy in towards Turn 1.
On your left.
He says he goes around the outside of someone. Slipstream as well, of course, is going to be so important here. Oh.
Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Still there.
Me and this McLaren are just going to be side by side throughout the entire infield. I'm just going to lift out. Don't want to be there. Yeah, guys in front had a good half a second over me. We were sort of in a bit of a weird no man's land in terms of pace. Big kick of wheel spin. And of course, big chunk of traction bog as well, as everyone in front of us gets a bit out of shape. Oh, this guy's struggling. No idea what he's done. Now, yeah, the slipstream comes in. Becomes very, very important. I've got a pretty decent run, actually. Canner in front of us. Don't really want to do anything, though. Not lap 1. Oh, that was almost a 1x. But we got away with it. Canner got a really good run on Martin in front of him. So we're going to try and weave this way and that to break the tow. But we have survived the opening lap here of Daytona, and that was the most important thing. Try and get some slipstream off Martin. I think we're going to get a nice double tow, though, back down towards Turn 1, well over 200 miles an hour.
P6.
So, locks up. We'll try and get back up the inside.
Right side's clear.
Nowhere to go there. It's frantic early on. A lot of mistakes coming in. But we've kept it clean and tidy on the upper lap. Sean still leads the way. He's got a big lead, actually, at the front of the running. But yeah, I just want to try and keep the instant count low as well today. Might look down the line to try and do the ILMS series in this thing. But bigger things to focus on at the moment. We've got a 3-way scrap going on for P4. So I reckon Canner's going to have a look for it this time. Down the inside he goes. And neither of them really wanted to back out there. Martin gets all out of shape. A lock at the front there to avoid him at the last moment. But can we get a run on him back down towards Turn 1? I don't think we are. Starting just to get a tiny bit of overspeed again, but we've all got to try and stick in the toe of each other. It's going to be critical.
135.04. B6. That lap was at 136.40.
Oh, big kick of oversteer. Through Turn 1 there as we just tried to lean on the car a bit too much. Anyway, let's get our head down and focus. I can't help but feel at the moment we're just hanging on to the coattails of these two in front of us, but it is working. We are pulling away from the guys behind, and of course the slipstream, yeah, it's so powerful around here. It does mean we can try and stick close. We might see Martin now try and get a run back in towards turn 1 this time around. Look at how much the speed just climbs. Martin, though, a little bit of contact there, I think. I thought that got very, very close.
134.72, sector 1 is 0.
Big lock up.
Off the pace.
Oh, come on. Everyone just starting to have a couple of small slip-ups there. Got a little bit congested down towards turn 1, but yeah, these two are fighting aggressively. I'm just hoping at some point we can pick up the pieces. Still not even halfway there at the moment, but already this race here is delivered in the same fashion that Spa did last time around. Just a lot of slipstream battling there, as Martin again is going to be able to get a good run. We're going to try and get the double toe off the pair of them. So we head back down towards turn 1. Look at the overspeed we've got. Almost 210 miles an hour. But Martin has gone right around the outside there, and fair play to him. But I can't believe Canna's going to sit back for long. He's just taking some odd lines there. I can't work out if he's trying to go defensive on me or just trying to unsettle Martin in front of him. But yeah, some very, very odd lines coming in at the moment. He says that as he accidentally goes either mighty aggressive or mighty defensive by the looks of it. And by him I mean me. But let's just see if Canna can get another run. It definitely... oh god, that's so Onyx. Completely locked the rears. Brilliant.
Just had a warning for cutting the track.
Such a rearward brake bias here to avoid trying to lock up over the bumps. So we've accidentally, yeah, taken a little bit of liberties out onto the tri-oval again. But it certainly didn't gain us anything. And that's our first incident point of the day there. Martin's definitely the strongest through the bus stop out of the three of us. And I'm just sort of trying to sit back, wait in the wings still. As are we now going to see Canna again try and move back down towards someone there. Is Martin going to break the toe? He's kind of sitting... no, not really. I was going to say, he was kind of sitting half up the field there as he's trying to slingshot himself down the bank in out of the final corner. But we've got a bigger run than a pair of them here. And again, I don't really want to do anything at the moment. I'd rather sit back. Unless he's going to break mighty early into T1.
Still there. Click car left.
So we get the oversteer again. And we'll slot back in. Can't help but feel Martin's...
Left side, clear left.
Martin's definitely the quickest of the three. He wasn't actually trying to get the nose in there.
10 minutes to go.
But it's all a case of whether Canna can actually make something work. If not, if we lose the slipstream, we may as well wait behind him until the last lap and then draft him out the final corner. Oh, Canna very, very wide on the way in. Oh, it's almost binned it on the way out.
Clear right.
And we'll somehow sneak to the inside there. Wasn't even trying to go for a move, but can we get some slipstream off Martin as well as we head back down towards turn 1? I'm sure Canna wasn't too happy with himself on that one. So we've got to try and get the toe. We'll go back defensive, and he's going to look to the outside.
Still there. Clear right. Great stuff. Keep it coming, mate. P5.
I was worried then we'd
136.25.
lock up through turn 1, but we held on to it. And then we've got to try and make sure we stick close to Martin. Oh, nice lock up there, Matt. Well done. As I don't think Canna's going to be as patient as we were with him, to be honest. I just don't get that vibe from him at this stage of the day. So we need to try and stick close, make sure we get a nice amount of draft from Martin.
Clear right.
Or we're just going to get turned. No instant point for contact there. That was rather annoying. Not sure if we slammed the door there or whether he just tried to put the nose in a bit too late. But that's going to set us back. I have to watch that at the end on the replay.
The gap in front is increased to
Only 2.5 seconds to the two in front of us, and if they start battling though, I'm not willing to give up on this just yet. If we can get back into slipstream, this battle's definitely not over, and with a bit of luck, Canna's picked up some aero damage from that. We only got a loss of control X. Man, don't really think we ever lost control there, but such is iRacing. I think now our true pace is starting to get a bit exposed in this race. I don't really ever felt like we had quite enough to match the guys in front. So just getting carried along in the slipstream. So I think now really our only hope is if those two start battling, we might be able to get a bit closer. But yeah, we're just dropping back a couple of tenths lap after lap at the moment, and little mistakes like that creeping in aren't going to help our case. Well, heading on to the final lap then of this race. It does look like the two in front of us are still duking it out. So maybe we'll see some last lap carnage there, as no, it looks like Juen's just been able to sneak through. But you never know, it's not over until it's over in the LMP2s. No, Canada seems to still be holding on for now. That might get aggressive, might get feisty on this final lap. Canada clearly not afraid to force an issue if he feels one has arisen. And yeah, unfortunately we were on the receiving end of that today. Like I said, we'll have a quick look at that on the replays in just a moment there. But can't help but feel, yeah, a little bit frustrated with that one. But it hasn't taken away from what was a brilliant little three-way scrap early on here at Daytona Road. Once again, this track always delivers some good action, as well as both the guys in front starting to lock up, just making a few small errors here and there. 3x as well isn't too disappointing, because really only 1x of it was my fault, or at least completely my fault, that we had just the one off track and the 2x for loss of control. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to call this a successful race nonetheless there. 7th to 7th certainly won't tell the full picture, and a -1 iRating can't help but feel is a wee bit unfair. He said about the 3x. He's actually going to hold it at 3x as well there, but down towards start-finish line then. Daytona Road again. In this little car, yeah, I must admit, I'm loving the LMP2 so far, of course. Doing this in the F3 Fix Series mainly so far on the sim. Oh, it looks like Lorca's just beaten Sean at the flag as well there. What was the gap between those two at the checker flag? 0.003 of a second as well. But yeah, for us, P7 in the end. Let's go have a look at that instant, and then, of course, the final race results. Yeah, I think having a look at this one, then you can see we lock up a bit through turn 3 there, giving him the room on the inside there. He gets a little bit of wheel spin on the exit of the corner there, ducks back in to the slipstream as we head down in towards the other hairpin there. Actually dips a wheel on the grass on the way through there and just brakes a bit too late. Actually locks the front there. I can't help but feel at very best that was a sloppy attempt there. I think he actually, yeah, like I said, locked at the front slightly, but I felt I was a bit moved out of the way there, in all honesty. So, final race results then from that one, and of course that -1 iRating takes us back below 2k there. That is rather frustrating to see. 0.06 SR gained as well, but yeah, just 0.003 of a second at the front between Loic and Sean there at the end of the day. Yeah, P7 to 7 doesn't really show the full story for us there. You can see top 3 all with 0 instant points as well there. Canna only got a 1x, despite the fact he deleted me. How on earth has he managed that? That stings a little bit, I won't lie to you guys, as well at the end of the day there. But yeah, can't help but feel like we probably finished where we deserved to. You know, we were definitely sticking with those guys, thanks to the slipstream as well. But thank you all so much for watching this video nonetheless. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on that instant down below as well. And yeah, we'll be back very, very soon, of course, with more iRacing.